Welcome. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd. We are on day 2 of our COVID Christmas journals and scrapbooks. I'm Pauline, owner of the Scrapbook Room, a mobile and online scrapbook store. And today we are in the Scrapbook Room playgroup on Facebook doing page 2 of our journals. Let's get started. Yikes, Christmas shopping. How has it changed for you? Are you doing things differently because of COVID-19? Do you shop online? Do you think there will be a day when the younger generation says weird when you explain malls to them? Page ideas today could be as simple as a photo of your bags from your shopping or your Amazon boxes. Do you shop online? When was the first time? Are you shopping local more because of COVID? You could have a photo of a store display or a photo with your receipts and some wrapping paper and tags in the image. The other thing that can be fun to do is to take a picture of a store aisle or shelf. Find one you like. In this journal, we were in a Dollarama and one whole aisle was covered in boxes. It looked hilarious and I just couldn't resist taking a picture, and it still makes me smile when I look back and remember that shopping day. So definitely things like that are great to take pictures of. How about wish lists? Do your kids provide you with wish lists, especially handwritten ones? I love getting wish lists from my kids, even though they're in their 30s and beyond now. It's fun to see how their needs have changed as they hit different phases of their adult lives. In this page from a few years back, I documented lists that my girls left that was shopping lists for their boyfriend's stockings. Of course, they were younger then and away from home, and they couldn't leave the boyfriends to go shopping for the stockings, so they left mom lists. I made this little Santa belt with a magnet, lift it up. The little lists are both scribbled on note paper. I attached them, folded them up, and there they are. And they're fun to look back on and remember that time. But you know what? This is also a great page to put your own wish list on. You could leave it lying around open as a hint. Title the page, All I Want for Christmas. And be sure to list a bunch of scrapbook supplies or my phone number. You could add check marks and X's later or redo the page after December 25th to check off what you got off the list. See? It's okay to even be silly in your book if you want. But seriously, without being silly, I think for most of us as our kids get older, buying does get harder. It turns into more gift card giving. There are no surprises anymore either. Do you find that? What elements of shopping do you miss or do you like? Do you miss Black Friday sales because of COVID? Do you avoid the mall where previously you had meandered through to enjoy the season? How has COVID changed your holiday shopping? Record those things you find different this year, or the things you're doing different. Other things to include on your pages could be price tags, pieces of packaging from shipping, a list of your favorite stores, or the types of gifts you're buying this year. In this photo, I've included the receipts for sending parcels. I took a picture of my very messy table with wrapping paper, coffee cup, and the whole bit. So there I documented also my Christmas gift, which was a selfie, Canon selfie. I was wrapping it myself, yes. So there you have it, the little fun things. If you don't have anything wrapped yet, make a note and add the photo later. And if you don't want to talk shopping, why not just take a look back? Perhaps there was a time a surprise happened. Any old photos from that time that you could use to tell the tales of surprises past could work. For my mini album this year, I took the theme of All I Want for Christmas, The recipient of this album will be able to add a photo or list later. As you can see, I'm keeping this album very simple, but I want you to know it's fine to do that. One little trick I did do was to stick the mat at the top and the bottom only, so that you can allow for a pocket or a space to slip a tag or a photo or hidden journaling. We'll talk more about making more space another day too. I also wanted to show you, while I was thinking that I would do this page as All I Want for Christmas, I came across this picture, and if this were my own book, it would be perfect. All I Want for Christmas is a vaccine. Sorry, Maxine, wherever you are. All I Want for Christmas is a vaccine. So there you have it. That's my little mini book. And remember to let me know if you want in on the draw to win this album. I'm doing it January 1st, and you'll be able to gift it, use it for your extra photos, or save it for next year. One more page to show you here. If you're looking to steer clear of the topic of shopping, or for any other subject that you want to skip, simply dig up a photo from your childhood or early adult life instead. Write a list of things you remember about those times and include that in your journal. It's always fun to look at a past memory as well. I like this one. The picture was perfect because I do still remember getting that Chatty Cathy doll that you see in the picture. And I also want to point out to you one more thing that you should document are your own special days that come up in December. For example, today is this lady's birthday. This is my Aunt Bernice, and she's 87 today, so happy birthday, Aunt Bernice. I celebrated her birthday in my album last year, even though it had nothing to do with Christmas. I had a random photo from my childhood. Clearly it was in the summertime, but I was able to remember her birthday and her importance in my life. And it's okay to combine non-Christmas events in your album or journal. That's what we're doing. We're reflecting and looking back. So take a picture from earlier this year, a picture of someone you love, a picture of someone you lost, anything that inspires you to remember them on this day. So lots of jumping off points for December 2nd. Now I'll be right back with today's tips. For today's tip, I wanted to show you how I prepare to work on a journal or scrapbook. I like to fill a container with scraps and paper that I might like to use. So today I'm going to show you my container of goodies. It might inspire you to think about things you can use in your own album. I like to use the clear plastic containers with the lid. You can get this cheap version at Michael's for about $5 or $6, or you can order a better quality one with a nice handle from your favorite scrapbook store, also known as the Scrapbook Room. No plastic container? Use a Tupperware dish. Use an empty shoebox. Use a basket. The vessel doesn't matter. Think of anything that you might want to use on your pages. Then when you go to work on a page, you'll have everything handy. Let's take a look at some of the things I've tossed into my container. I had this sticker sheet. They're really tiny, probably 1/2 to 3/4 inches tall, but I thought, I might like to use some of those for word art on my pages. I also added the odd little piece of cardstock and scrapbook paper, some photo strips. This was actually the cover off a package of scrapbook paper, and I'll be able to cut the squares up if I want. I also wanted to show you how I find magazines to use. In this case, I had a magazine that had wish list and paper, just so you can see here. So as you can see, that would work. I also found this piece that said Festive Fizz, and I could simply cover it, to hide the rest of it, but have the fizz and the fireworks. It could work for New Year's, for any party celebration. Again, cheers to the season of sparkle. I could use that. I really like the bright yellow of this paper. What's your hashtag weekend coffee? I could just do hashtag weekend coffee and have us sitting around drinking coffee. On this particular page, I just really liked this little bit, so I probably will tear the greenery out and use it somewhere on a page. This was a sale from Leland's, and there are a couple of little items I wanted to show you. I think the side of this tree could easily be used on a page. Again here, or the stocking. So as you can see, anything goes. This also was in my scrapbook magazine. It was a page advertising photoplay paper, but why not take these and fussy cut them out? Wrapping paper is another thing. Here's a piece that had music on it, beautiful texture. This was cut off a gift bag. As you can see, it was very vintagey, lots of sparkles, so I just cut those pieces out and used them. And again, from another gift bag, some little squares that can be cut out or used as a border. And some wrapping paper from the past. Greeting cards are another thing that are great. You get the greeting cards in the mail for the different charities. I'm bad, I don't ever send money, but why throw the cards in the garbage? They're perfectly good. The envelopes are beautiful. Would be great in a journal. The same the cards, and in a few days I'll be showing you how to use things like cards in your journal, how to attach them. This was off an envelope, as you can see, but it would make a perfect little pocket on a page. This little brown loot bag I picked up at the dollar store, but could be another place for some extra photos. And a gold envelope. Gold is always pretty at Christmas. A vintage greeting card. And a very vintage greeting card. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to use everything here, but this is just some fodder to keep me going. This is really pretty too, even if I didn't use it as an envelope. What a pretty little frame. Gift tags, again, if I don't want the to and from, I can put something over it, or I can cut around the ornaments. And some odds and ends from my scrap paper, pieces that I never wanted to throw away. A recipe card. A recipe may go in my book. Tag. More music paper. Some very small pieces, but sometimes I like tiny strips to decorate a page. There's another card. My good old dollar store stickers. And then it's a good time to dig into your older scrapbook supplies. You never know what you're going to find. I found this little tag pocket. It's got a 25 on it. These old stickers are perfect for Christmas with their gold. Some other older sticker items. Some textured papers. Perfect as a background. An old style cardstock piece before they even were stickers. These little vintage kittens. I think I could color this bow a darker red and they would look like little Christmas kittens. So I may do that. I also have these Tim Hortons, no, not Tim Hortons, Tim Holtz Ideology paper dolls. I love these paper dolls. Look how cute these are. They're so cute to add to a page. Look at that. Look at them. Aren't they adorable? I'm sure one of these would be perfect on a Christmas page. Look at this fellow with the Christmas tree. These guys with the skis. Oh, so cute. I need to put those aside to put back in the bag after. Here's a piece of coffee stained paper I did a while back. Another piece of paper. Always good to have some plain paper to cover my pattern paper for journaling. Some odds and ends of ribbon and rickrack. An old piece I sewed that would be cute on the edge of pages for tabs. I threw in a few washi tapes in case I want to use some. And lastly, these Basil page strips. They're little decorative edges and probably 20 years old and something I just never used, but I might now. So there you have it. There's my page kit. Everything ready to go in my container, as you can see. If you're using a select set of tools, your scissors, decorative scissors, a ruler, a specific pen or two, distress ink, you can keep all those nearby or in the same container as well. Having everything ready in the container like this will make it easier for you to quickly tend to your page each day, even if you don't have a dedicated scrapbook room or corner. This is a great little hack for taking to crops and scrapbook events too. It's especially good if you're working on similar pages, such as a themed album, summer vacation pictures, or anything else that would see you using papers and embellishments that are very much alike. So go fill a container, and everything will be ready for you as you continue through December. Now that's it for day 2. Let me know how it's going.